A sharp word slices the air. A colleague's smirk, cloaked in a compliment. A friend's jab, dressed as concern. You swallow the sting. You nod. You move on. But it lingers, doesn't it? That quiet burn in your chest, stealing your calm. What if their poison isn't the problem? What if your reaction is? Every time you let their words sink in, you hand them a piece of your strength. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Must. Like a fortress, your mind can stand unshaken. Yet how often do you leave the gates wide open? When was the last time you felt their venom spread and did nothing to stop it? Before you learn to hold the line, listen to a story about a man who almost lost himself to the same trap. The subway car hums, half empty at 11 p.m. Neon lights flicker outside, casting shadows on Daniel's face. He's 32, suit wrinkled, staring at his phone. A text from his sister glows. "You're always too busy for family." Typical. His jaw tightens. She's done this before. Guilt wrapped in concern. Each word, a hook. He types a reply. Fingers fast. Defense you. Then stops. The screen goes dark, reflecting his tired eyes. He's been here too many times. Arguing in his head, losing sleep over her words. Tonight, the weight feels heavier, like a chain pulling him under. He shuts his eyes, breathes. Epictetus' voice echoes. From a book he read last week, it's not what happens to you, but how you judge it. Daniel opens his eyes. The subway rattles on, but her words, they're just noise now. He deletes the draft, pockets the phone. For the first time, he feels the chain snap, like a stone unmoved by the river's rush. His silence holds him steady. That's where the real fight begins inside. Here are 11 ways to win it. If you've ever felt that chain, we're still here, waiting in the quiet. Lesson 1. Recognize their game. A Monday morning, you're in the break room, coffee in hand. Your co-worker leans in, voice low. "You did all right on that presentation?" For someone with your experience, the words land like a blade in the dark. Sharp, deliberate. You smile, nod, but something twists inside. That night, you're still replaying it. The smirk in their eyes, burning hotter than the words. Or maybe it's a text from your brother. "You never show up for us." Too busy, huh? Guilt hooks into your chest. Pulling tight, you start typing a defense. Heart racing. This is their game. Toxic people don't always scream. They don't always accuse. They plant seeds, doubt, shame, anger, with a smile or a sigh. They bait you to react, to chase their approval, to lose your ground. You've been here before, haven't you? Caught in their script, arguing in your head, while they walk away untouched. The cost creeps in slowly. You second-guess yourself. Your energy drains, like water from a cracked cup. You spend hours replaying their jab, wondering what you did wrong. Each time you engage, you're playing their game, stepping into a trap they've set. It's not just a conversation, it's a theft of your clarity, of your calm. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Their words are smoke, not fire. Step back. See the board they're playing on. The guilt trip when you say no. The praise that cuts when you succeed. They want you to react, to doubt, to chase their approval. Recognizing this is like spotting a chess move before it's played. You don't need to counter every piece. You just need to see the board. Next time they speak, pause. Watch their tone, their eyes. Is it concern or control? Don't argue. Don't defend. Just notice. Write it down, if you have to. A single line in your phone. They tried the guilt move again. Esri, this isn't about winning an argument. It's about seeing the strings. Before they pull you, their game only works if you play. Lesson 2. Master the pause. The meeting room is too warm. The clock ticking too loud. Your boss leans back, arms crossed, voice dripping with sarcasm. Not bad work, but I expected more. Creativity. The jab lands hard. Your pulse spikes. You feel the words rising. Sharp, defensive, ready to fire back. Your hands clench under the table. You've been here before, haven't you? That split second where anger takes the wheel. You're already picturing the argument, the fallout, the regret. One sentence from them, and your calm is gone, scattered like ash in the wind. That moment is their trap. Toxic people thrive on your reaction. They toss a spark, waiting for you to burn. A snide comment, a passive-aggressive text, a sigh loaded with guilt. It's all bait. And when you bite, you're theirs. You shout, you justify, you plead. Each word pulls you deeper into their chaos, away from your center. You lose more than the argument. You lose yourself. The cost is heavier than you think. Every impulsive reply chips away at your strength. You replay the fight in your head. Long after they've moved on, sleep slips away. Your focus frays. You're not just angry, you're exhausted. It's like running into a storm, thinking you'll outpace the rain. You can't. Their words are a current, pulling you under. But there's a way to break free. Epictetus said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The pause is that power. It's the space between their words and your response, the breath that holds your fortress steady. Imagine it. Their barb hangs in the air, sharp but weightless. You don't catch it. You let it fall. Marcus Aurelius wrote, there is a limit to the time assigned you, and if you don't use it to free yourself, it will be gone. That pause is your freedom. It's not weakness. It's control. Next time they strike, stop. Feel the heat in your chest, the urge to fire back. Don't. Breathe in, slow, like you're drawing strength from the earth. Count to 3. Let their words dissolve, like smoke in a vast sky. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Most times, it's not. This isn't about swallowing pride. It's about choosing what deserves your energy. Master the pause, and you master the moment. It's late. The glow of your phone cutting through the dark. A message from your friend. You're always so distant. Guess you don't care anymore. The words sting, like a slap you didn't see coming. Your fingers hover over the keyboard, ready to explain, to fix it, to prove them wrong. Your heart's pounding, a drumbeat of guilt and anger. You've been here, haven't you? That moment where their accusation feels like truth. You're scrambling to escape the weight. One text, and you're unraveling, pulled into their orbit. This is where they win. Toxic people don't need to shout. They just need you to react. A single sentence, and you're on their stage, playing a role you didn't choose. You argue, you defend, you chase their approval, and every word you type tightens the noose around your peace. You're not just fighting them, you're fighting yourself, losing ground to a battle that was never yours. The cost is a quiet thief. Each reaction burns through your energy, leaving you hollow. You lie awake, replaying what you said, what you should have said. Your confidence cracks, just a little more each time. You start doubting your choice, your worth. It's not just one fight, it's a war inside you, and they're not even there. You're carrying their chows while they sleep soundly. Seneca said, no person has the power to have power over you unless you give it to them. The pause is your shield. It's not about staying silent. It's about choosing when to speak, when to act, when to walk away. Picture it. Their words land. Heavy, sharp. You feel the urge to fire back. Instead, you breathe. Deep, slow, like you're pulling in the weight of a mountain. You hold the moment. like a warrior holding a line. Epictetus taught us, first, say to yourself what you would be. Then do what you have to do. That pause is where you decide who you are. Try this. When their next barb comes, don't touch it. Let it sit. Step outside, if you can. Feel the air, the ground under your feet. Count to 5. Ask, does their judgment change who I am? 9 times out of 10, it doesn't. Their words are just ripples on a vast lake. Let them fade. This isn't about ignoring pain. It's about owning your power. The pause turns their trap into your triumph. Leçon 3. Set iron boundary. The phone buzzes again. Your cousin, same as last week. Can you cover my rent? Just this once. You've said yes before. Felt the resentment build. The weight of their problems piling onto yours. But saying no feels like betrayal. So you give in, again. And something inside you, frays. Or maybe it's that friend who calls at midnight, unloading their drama, leaving you drained while they sleep. You've been here, haven't you? Letting their needs breach your walls. Because you didn't know how to hold the line. Toxic people don't just take your time, they take your strength. They lean in, testing how far they can push, how much you'll bend. A favor here, a guilt trip there. Each yes you give, when you wanted to say no, is a crack in your foundation. You tell yourself it's just one time, but it's never just once. They sense weakness, and they press harder, like wolves circling a faltering flame. The cost is a silent hemorrhage. You're not just tired, you're resentful. You carry their burdens, while yours grow heavier. You lose hours, energy, focus, all to appease someone who doesn't notice your sacrifice. Your boundaries blur, and with them, your sense of self. You're not living for you anymore. You're living for them. Every time you let them cross that line, you hand over a piece of your control. Marcus Aurelius said, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Your boundaries are your fortress, not a suggestion. They're the line where their chaos ends, and your calm begins. Setting them isn't about being cold. It's about being clear. You don't need to shout. You don't need to fight. You just need to stand firm, like a stone unmoved by the tide. Seneca taught us, we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. The fear of saying no is just that fear, not truth. Start small. Next time they ask too much, pause. Feel the weight of their request. Then say, I can't do that right now. No excuses. No apologies. Just truth. If they push, repeat it. Calm, steady. Picture your words as iron gates closing, protecting what's yours. This isn't about shutting them out. It's about guarding your peace. A fence isn't rude. It's respect. It's Sunday dinner. The clink of forks against plates. Your mother's voice cuts through. You're too focused on work. When are you settling down? The room feels smaller. Her words, a subtle shove into a box you don't fit. You want to snap, explain, push back, but you've tried that before, and it only tightens the knot in your chest. You stay silent, but it's not peace. It's surrender. You've been here, haven't you? Letting their expectations creep past your defenses, because saying no feels like breaking something sacred. Toxic people don't always demand money or time. Sometimes they demand your identity. They nudge, judge, reshape you with every "you should" or "why can't you?" Each time you let it slide, you erode your own ground. You bend to keep the peace. But it's not peace. It's chaos wearing a mask. They thrive on your hesitation, sensing the moment you'll cave. And when you do, you're not just giving in, you're giving up a piece of who you are. The cost is a slow poison. Resentment festers, quiet but sharp. You lose clarity, purpose. the ability to hear your own voice. You're not just drained, you're disconnected, living by their rules, not yours. Every boundary you fail to set is a door left open, letting their influence flood in. You're not protecting them by staying silent. You're betraying yourself. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Your boundaries are that mastery. They're not walls to keep others out. They're lines that define where you begin. Setting them is your right, your duty. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Saying no isn't cruel. It's honest. It's the iron in your spine, the anchor in your storm. Practice this. When they overstep, don't flinch. Look them in the eye. Voice steady. Say, "That's not something I can do." If they push, hold the line. "I've made my decision." No anger, no guilt, just truth. Picture your boundary as a riverbank, unmoved by the current. Their disappointment isn't your burden. This isn't about conflict. It's about claiming your freedom. A boundary doesn't break bonds. It builds respect. Lesson 4. Reframe their words. You're at a bar, laughter humming around you. Your old friend leans in, beer in hand. You're still chasing that dream job? Good luck with that. The words hit like a stone, heavy with mockery. Your stomach twists. You fake a laugh, but inside, doubt creeps in. Did they mean it? Are you fooling yourself? You've been here, haven't you? Replaying their jab, letting it carve a hole in your confidence, turning their voice into your own. One sentence, and you're questioning everything you've built. Toxic people wield words like weapons. Not always loud, not always cruel, but always precise. A smirk, a sigh, a just saying that plants a seed of shame. They don't need to attack outright. They know you'll do the work for them, carrying their judgment, letting it fester, letting it define you. That's their power. Not what they say, but what you believe. The cost is a silent theft. Their words don't just sting, they distort. You start seeing yourself through their lens, not yours. Your goals feel smaller, your worth thinner. You hesitate, second guess, pull back from risks. It's not just one moment, it's a shadow that follows you, dimming your fire. Every time you let their voice echo, you lose a piece of your clarity. You're not just hurt, you're lost in their story, not your own. Seneca said, "There is nothing the wise man does reluctantly." Their words are not your truth. They're a reflection of their own pain, their own limits. Reframing is your shield. It's seeing their judgment as noise, not fact. Epictetus taught us, it's not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of their significance. Their mockery isn't about your dream. It's about their fear of chasing their own. Their criticism isn't your failure. It's their mirror, not yours. When they strike, don't flinch. Hear their words, but don't hold them. Picture them as leaves on a stream, floating past, touching nothing. Ask, what does this say about them, not me? If they mock your ambition, see their insecurity, not your flaw. Write it down later. Their doubt is theirs, not mine. This isn't about ignoring pain. It's about rewriting the story. Their venom is their burden, not yours. It's a grey afternoon, rain tapping the office window. Your colleague slides by your desk, voice low, almost kind. "You're working late again? Don't burn out like last time." The words sound like concern, but they cut deeper. They pull you back to that sleepless month, the mistakes, the shame you thought you'd buried. You nod, force a smile, but inside, you're sinking. Their comment loops in your head, louder each time. Are you failing again? You've been here, haven't you? Letting their words rewrite your truth, turning a single sentence into a chain around your heart. Toxic people don't need to scream. They whisper. Nudge. Plant doubts that grow like weeds. A casual remark. A raised eyebrow. A just joking that isn't. They know you'll carry it. Let it fester. Let it twist how you see yourself. Their power isn't in the words. It's in the meaning you give them. You take their jab and build a cage with it, locking yourself inside. Every echo of their voice pulls you further from your own. The cost is a slow unraveling. Their words don't just hurt, they distort. You start doubting your strength, your path. You hesitate before speaking, shrink from opportunities, fear you're not enough. It's not one moment, it's a fog that clouds your days, stealing your clarity. You're not just stung, you're trapped, living in their narrative, not yours. Every time you let their judgment settle, you hand them the pen to write your story. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Their words are not your color. They're a stain you can refuse. Reframing is your power, to choose the hue. Seneca taught us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Their criticism isn't your flaw. It's their lens, cracked and narrow. Their doubt isn't your limit. It's their fear, not your reality. Picture their words as shadows, not stone. Shadows pass. Stone stands. When they speak, don't grab the bait. Let their words hang. Weightless. Breathe. Slow. Like you're pulling in the air of a new dawn. Ask, what's behind this? If they question your effort, see their envy, not your failure. If they hint at your past, see their need to control, not your shame. Jot it down. Their words are their weight, not mine. This isn't about denial. It's about owning your truth. Their judgment is their mirror, not yours. Lesson 5. Guard your energy. The coffee shop hums. Saturday morning, light spilling through the windows. Your friend across the table leans forward, voice sharp. You didn't even ask how I'm doing. Always about you, huh? The accusation lands like a punch. Zodden, heavy. You freeze, guilt rising like bile. You start explaining, apologizing, trying to fix it. 2 hours later, you're still there, drained, their complaints looping, your coffee cold. You've been here, haven't you, pouring yourself out to appease someone who takes and takes, leaving you empty. Toxic people don't just want your time, they want your essence. They pull you into their drama, their pain, their endless needs. A call that lasts too long, a favor you can't refuse, a conversation that's a one-way street. They feed on your attention, your empathy, your strength, and you give it, thinking it's kindness, but it's not. It's a theft, slow and deliberate, and you're the one handing them the key. The cost is a creeping void. You're not just tired, you're hollow. Your focus splinters, your goals fade, your nights are spent recovering from their weight. You carry their chaos, while your own life waits, neglected. Every moment you overgive, you lose a piece of your fire. It's not just energy, it's your will slipping away, siphoned by someone who doesn't see your sacrifice. You're not living for you anymore, you're fueling them. Epictetus said, keep constant guard over your perceptions, for it is no small thing you are protecting, but your respect, trustworthiness, and steadiness. Your energy is your fortress, not a public well. Guarding it isn't selfish, it's survival. Marcus Aurelius wrote, do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about others. It takes your mind away from what is in your power. And every second you spend on their drama is a second stolen from your purpose. Start here. When they demand too much, notice the pull. Feel the weight in your chest, the urge to fix, to please. Don't. Step back, like a soldier retreating to higher ground. Say, I need some space right now. No excuses. Just Truth. If they push, hold firm. I'll check in later. Picture your energy as a flame, small but vital. Shield it from their wind. This isn't about cutting them off. It's about saving your strength. Your energy is your currency. Spend it wisely. It's a quiet evening. The city's hum muffled through your apartment window. Your phone lights up. A coworker's name. Need your input on this project. Can we talk now? It's the third time this week. Always urgent. Always after hours. You feel the pull. The instinct to say yes. To prove you're reliable, but your shoulders are heavy. Your mind frayed. From their last quick chat that stretched into midnight. You've been here, haven't you? Giving more than you have. Because saying no feels like failing someone else. Toxic people don't just ask for your help. They claim your essence. They don't see the cost to you. The hours you lose. The dreams you shelve. A favor. A vent session. A crisis that's always yours to fix. They lean in, hungry for your time, your focus, your light, and you offer it, thinking it's duty. But it's not. It's a drain. Slow and relentless. And every time you overextend, you're the one left empty. The cost is a silent collapse. You're not just worn out. You're fading. Your mornings lose their clarity. Your goals blur. Your strength ebbs. Like a tide going out. You're not just helping them. You're sacrificing yourself, bit by bit. Every moment you give to their chaos is a moment stolen from your purpose. You feel it, don't you? That hollow ache, the sense you're running on fumes, pouring your energy into a void that never fills. You're not living, you're surviving their demands. Seneca said, life is of limited duration. You should consider how you spend it. Your energy is not infinite. It's sacred. Guarding it is your right. Your shield against their pull. Epictetus taught us, if you wish to be well, you must attend to what is your own. Their emergencies are not your burden. Their needs are not your chains. Picture your energy as a fire, fierce but fragile. Every yes you give to them is a gust that threatens to snuff it out. When they come again, feel the weight of their ask. Notice the tightness in your throat, the urge to comply. Don't. Take a breath, deep, like you're pulling in the strength of stone. Say, I can't take that on right now. No apologies, no excuses, just truth. If they press, repeat it. Steady. My plate's full. Visualize your fire, burning bright, untouchable. This isn't about being distant. It's about protecting what keeps you alive. Your strength is yours. Don't let them steal it. Lesson 6. Stay coldly curious. The bar is crowded. Music pulsing. Glasses clinking. Your old friend's voice cuts through. Sharp and smug. Still stuck in that dead-end job? Thought you'd be further along by now. The words burn. A spark to dry tinder. Your chest tightens, anger flaring like a match. You want to snap back, to prove them wrong, to wipe that smirk off their face. You've been here, haven't you? That moment where their jab feels like a challenge. All you see is red, ready to fight, to defend your worth. Toxic people love this heat. They throw barbs, not to wound, but to ignite. A snide remark, a backhanded compliment, a question that's really an accusation. They want your fire, your reaction, your chaos. They know one sharp word can pull you into their arena, where anger makes you sloppy, where you lose your ground. You argue, you lash out, and they smile, untouched, while you're the one left scorched. The cost is a hidden blaze. Every outburst burns through your calm, your focus, your strength. You spend hours replaying the fight, crafting comebacks that never land. Your energy drains. Not from their words, but from the war you wage inside. You're not just mad, you're UN steady, pulled off your path by their spark. Every time you let anger take the wheel, you hand them the reins to your mind. You're not fighting them, you're fighting yourself. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Anger is their language, not yours. Curiosity is your blade. Cold, sharp, precise. Epictetus taught us, we are disturbed not by events, but by the views we take of them. Their jab isn't about you, it's a window into them. Stay curious, not furious. Why do they need to cut you down? What's behind their smirk? Their words are clues, not chains. When they strike, don't bite. Feel the heat, the urge to fire back. Let it pass. Breathe slow, like you're cooling molten steel. Instead of a retort, ask, calm and steady. What makes you say that? Watch their eyes, their pause. Their answer will show you their game. Envy, insecurity, control. If they dodge, ask again, softer. I'm curious, what's your angle? This isn't about winning, it's about seeing. A question cuts deeper than a shout. It's a cold evening, streetlights casting long shadows. You're at a family gathering, the air thick with chatter. Your uncle's voice rises above the rest, pointed, casual. You're too soft for this world, always avoiding conflict. The room quiets, eyes on you. The words sting like a whip cracking across your skin. Your pulse races, anger coiling tight. You want to argue, to prove your strength, to shut him down. You've been here, haven't you? That moment where their judgment feels like a gauntlet, daring you to fight, to lose your calm in front of everyone. Toxic people crave this spark. They don't need to yell. They just need to provoke. A cutting remark, a sly dig, a challenge disguised as advice. They throw it out, knowing it'll hook you, pull you into their storm. You snap back, and they've won, not because they're right, but because you're shaken, off balance, playing their game. Your anger is their fuel, and they burn it to keep you in their chaos. The cost is a quiet inferno. Every heated reply scorches your peace, your clarity, your control. You walk away, but the fight follows, replaying in your head, stealing your sleep. You question yourself. Was he right? Are you weak? Your confidence frays, your focus splinters. It's not just one jab, it's a wound you carry, festering. Because you let their words ignite you, you're not just upset, you're unenchored, drifting in their turbulence, not your truth. Seneca said, to bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength. Their provocation is a test, not a truth. Curiosity is your armor, cold, steady, unyielding. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you can hold your own by being deaf to the noise around you. Don't meet their fire with fire. Meet it with questions, sharp and deliberate. What drives their need to wound? What do their words reveal about them? Their attack is a mirror, not a verdict. When they hit, don't flinch. Feel the anger rise, hot and heavy. Let it pass, like a wave breaking on stone. Take a breath, slow, grounding, like you're rooted to the earth. Then ask, voice low, eyes steady. Why do you feel that way? Let the question hang. Watch their reaction. If they deflect, try again. I'm just trying to understand your point. You're not fighting, you're disarming. Their chaos loses power when you stay curious, not consumed. A calm question is a blade they can't wield. Lesson 7. Forgive, don't forget. The diner's neon sign hums, casting a red glow across the booth. Your old roommate's voice is low, almost soft, but the words cut deep. You always let me down back then. Never had my back. The accusation drags you back. Missed bills, late nights, promises you couldn't keep. Guilt floods in. Heavy, suffocating. You want to apologize, to erase the past, to make it right. You've been here, haven't you? Carrying their pain like a debt, letting their grudge chain you to a moment you can't change. Toxic people hold history like a weapon. They wield old wounds, not to heal, but to control. A reminder of your mistakes, a jab at your failures, a story they retell to keep you small. They don't want resolution, they want leverage. You feel the weight, the urge to atone, to prove you're better now. But every step you take toward their forgiveness pulls you deeper into their shadow. You're not moving forward, you're trapped in their past. The cost is a silent anchor. Holding their grudge doesn't just hurt, it binds you. You carry their anger, their disappointment, long after they've moved on. Your confidence erodes, your peace frays. Your mind loops through what-ifs and should-haves. You're not just sorry, you're stuck, living in a moment they won't let you leave. Every time you let their version of the past define you, you lose a piece of your freedom. You're not healing, you're bleeding. Seneca said, "To bear grudges is to be a prisoner of your own making." Forgiveness is your key, not their reward. It's not about erasing what happened. It's about cutting the chain. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears." Their words, their blame, are their burden, not your truth. Forgiving means letting go of the need to fix the past. But forgetting, that's a trap. Memory is your shield, reminding you where the lines are drawn. Start here. When they bring up old wounds, feel the guilt, the sting. Don't fight it. Breathe, slow, like you're exhaling their weight. Say to yourself, "I release this," and picture their blame as a stone you set down, not a load you carry. Then watch them. Notice the pattern. Do they use the past to pull you back? This isn't about absolving them. It's about freeing yourself. Forgive to walk away. But remember to stay free. It's a late-night drive. The road stretching dark and empty. Your phone buzzes. A text from your sister. "You forgot Mom's birthday last year." She's still hurt. The words hit like a cold wave, pulling you back to that missed call. The guilt you buried. You grip the wheel, jaw tight, wanting to explain, to make it right. You've been here, haven't you? Caught in their version of the past. Their pain pinning you down, making you feel small, forever in debt. One message, and you're drowning in regret. Toxic people don't let go. They cling to old slights, wielding them like chains to keep you tethered. A forgotten promise, a moment you fell short. They bring it up, not to heal, but to wound. They want you to feel the weight, to apologize, to chase their approval. You try to fix it, but it's a loop, endless, pulling you deeper into their story. You're not moving on, you're trapped, living in a past they've weaponized. The cost is a quiet prison. Their grudges don't just sting, they bind. You carry their disappointment, their version of you, like a shadow you can't shake. Your energy drains, your confidence cracks, your nights are spent replaying what you could have done differently. You're not just guilty, you're enslaved, tethered to a moment you can't change. Every time you let their blame settle, you lose a piece of your present. You're not growing, you're suffocating. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Forgiveness is your freedom, not their gift. It's not about excusing their pain. It's about releasing yours. Seneca taught us, the greatest remedy for anger is delay. Their accusations are their burden, not your truth. Forgive to unhook yourself from their chain, but don't forget the lesson. Memory is your map, showing you where they've struck before, guiding you to stand firmer next time. When they drag up the past, feel the weight, the urge to atone. Let it pass. Breathe deep, like you're shedding a heavy coat. Say to yourself, "That's done. I'm here now." Picture their words as ashes, scattered by the wind. Then observe. Do they use guilt to control? Mark it. They're pulling the past card again. This isn't about erasing history. It's about owning your future. Forgiveness breaks the chain. Memory keeps you steady. Lesson 8. Cultivate inner calm. The office is a blur. Phones ringing. Deadlines looming. Your co-worker storms past. Voice sharp. "You didn't CC me on that email." 1. You trying to cut me out? The accusation hits like a gust. Sudden. Jarring. Your heart races. Mind scrambling to explain. To the fuse. You feel the chows creeping in. Their anger pulling you into a spiral. You've been here, haven't you? That moment where their storm threatens to drown your peace. You're grasping for solid ground, desperate to stay steady. Toxic people are whirlwinds. They don't just speak. They disrupt. A harsh word, a pointed glare, a crisis they make your own. They thrive on chows, knowing it shakes you, pulls you into their turbulence. You react. You argue. You try to calm their waves. But it's like fighting a tide with your hands. You don't just lose the moment. You lose your center, swept away by their storm. The cost is a quiet erosion. Their chaos doesn't just unsettle. It exhausts. Your mind churns, replaying their words. Bracing for the next blow. Your focus fractures. Your energy leaks. Your days blur into a haze of tension. You're not just rattled. You're unmoored, drifting in their wake, unable to find stillness. Every time you let their storm shake you, you lose a piece of your strength. You're not living, you're surviving their tempests. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Inner calm is your anchor, not their gift. It's the stillness that holds you. When their winds howl, Seneca taught us, there is no more fitting time for philosophy than when you are troubled. Cultivating calm isn't escaping chaos. It's building a fortress within it. Your mind is a lake, vast and deep. Their words are ripples, not waves, unless you let them grow. Start here. When their anger flares, feel the pull, the urge to jump in. Don't. Breathe. Slow. Like you're drawing in the weight of stone. Close your eyes for a second. Picture a quiet forest, untouched by their noise. Let their words pass, like leaves on water. Try this daily. 5 minutes, alone, breathing deep, focusing on nothing but the air. This isn't about ignoring them. It's about rooting yourself. Calm is your shield. Chaos is their weapon. It's a sleepless night. The clock glowing 2 a.m. Your phone buzzes. A message from your friend. "You bailed on me again." Some friend you are. The words slice, raw and accusing. Your chest tightens. Mind racing with guilt. Anger. The urge to fix it now. You start typing. Hurt pounding. But you feel it. Their chows seeping in. Unraveling your calm. You've been here, haven't you? Caught in their storm, scrambling to hold your ground, watching your peace slip away, like sand through your fingers. Toxic people don't just provoke, they infect. Their drama, their rage, their demands, they fling it at you, knowing it'll shake you, pull you into their vortex. A text, a rant, a cold shoulder. It's all designed to unsettle, to make you react, to drag you into their turmoil. You try to reason, to soothe, to fight back, but it's like wrestling a shadow. You don't just lose the moment, you lose your stillness, swept into a chaos that's not yours. The cost is a creeping fog. Their storms don't just disrupt, they drain. Your thoughts tangle, your focus cracks, your nights blur into replays of their words. You brace for their next outburst, always on edge, never rest. You're not just unsettled, you're exhausted, carrying their weight, while your own life waits. Every time you let their chaos breach your calm, you lose a piece of your anchor. You're not thriving. You're weathering their tempests. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Inner calm is your fortress, built brick by brick, not given by their silence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment of them. Their chaos is noise, not truth." Cultivate calm like a ritual. Deliberate, sacred. Picture your mind as a vast sky. Their words, mere clouds passing through. You are the sky, not the storm. When their drama hits, feel the rush, the pull to dive in. Stop, breathe, deep, like you're pulling in the quiet of dawn. Step away, even for a moment. Walk to a window. Feel the air. Focus on your breath. 5 counts in, 5 counts out. Build this habit. 10 minutes daily. Alone, meditating, letting thoughts drift like leaves on a stream. This isn't about escaping. It's about holding your peace. Your calm is your power. Their storm is their prison. Lesson 9. Focus on your path. The gym is quiet. Early morning. Weights clanking softly. Your brother's voice echoes. From last night's call, you're wasting your time with that side hustle. It's going nowhere. The words stick. Heavy, like damp cloth on your skin. You pause mid-lift, doubt creeping in. Is he right? Are you chasing a fool's dream? You've been here, haven't you? Letting their skepticism derail you, pulling you off course, making you question the road you've chosen. One comment, and your focus wavers. Your purpose dimmed. Toxic people don't just criticize. They distract. They aim at your ambitions, your drive, your vision, with words that sound like wisdom, but cut like knives. A doubt disguised as advice. A scoff masked as concern. They want you to falter, to second guess, to abandon your path, for their version of safe. You listen, you waver, and suddenly you're not running your race. You're stumbling in their shadow. The cost is a silent theft. Their words don't just sting, they derail. Your momentum slows, your clarity clouds. Your days blur into hesitation. You skip a workout, delay a project, avoid a risk, all because their voice lingers, louder than your own. You're not just distracted, you're lost, drifting from the life you meant to build. Every time you let their doubts steer you, you lose a piece of your direction. You're not moving forward, you're circling their limits. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." With regard to external things, your path is yours, not their map. Their skepticism is their fear, not your truth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Focus is your compass, pointing to what matters, your goals, your values, your work." Their words are dust on the wind, fleeting, weightless, unless you stop to gather them. When they question your choices, feel the pull, the urge to justify. Don't. Breathe. Slow. Like you're grounding yourself in stone. Picture your path as a river, steady, carving its own way. Their words are pebbles, not dams. Ask yourself, does their opinion change my purpose? Almost always, it doesn't. Keep moving. Write your next step. Hit the gym. Send that email. This isn't about proving them wrong. It's about staying true. Your path is yours. Their words are dust. It's a foggy dawn. The city's still asleep. You're at your desk, laptop open, working on that business plan you've poured months into. Your friend's words from yesterday linger, sharp and dismissive. You're not cut out for this entrepreneur thing. Stick to what you know. The doubt creeps in, cold, heavy, like a stone in your chest. You stare at the screen, fingers frozen. Are you wasting your time? You've been here, haven't you? Letting their judgment tilt your compass, pulling you away from your vision, making you question the fire that drives you. Toxic people don't just doubt. They dislodge. They target your purpose, your dreams, with words that sound like care, but aim to dim your light. A warning, a smirk, a be realistic that's anything but. They want you to hesitate, to shrink, to trade your path for their comfort. You listen, you falter, and suddenly you're not chasing your goal. You're chasing their approval, lost in their haze. The cost is a quiet sabotage. Their skepticism doesn't just slow you, it steals. Your focus splinters, your confidence wanes, your steps grow tentative. You skip a meeting, delay a launch. Second, guess your instincts, all because their voice echoes, louder than your own. You're not just distracted, you're derailing, veering from the life you meant to carve. Every time you let their doubts take root, you lose a piece of your momentum. You're not building, you're unraveling. Seneca said, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Your path is your port, not their harbor. Their words are noise, not truth." Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Their criticism is not your limit. It's a test of your resolve. Focus is your anchor, keeping you steady when their winds blow. Picture your goal as a lighthouse, distant but clear, unshaken by their storms. When they cast doubt, feel the weight, the urge to explain. Let it pass. Breathe deep, like you're pulling in the strength of dawn. Visualize your path, unbroken, stretching toward what matters. Ask, does their opinion move my goal? It doesn't. Keep going. Write the next line. Make the next call. Take the next step. Jot it down. Their doubt is their fear, not my fate. This isn't about silencing them. It's about honoring your purpose. Your dream is your compass. Their words are merely shadows. Lesson 10. Seek wise counsel. The bar's dim light flickers, ice clinking in your glass. Your coworker's voice from this morning echoes. You're too quiet in meetings. No one takes you seriously. The words gnaw, sharp, relentless. You sip your drink, alone, mind spinning. Are they right? Should you change? You want to shake it off, but the doubt clings, heavy, like damp fog. You've been here, haven't you? Trapped in their judgment, wrestling with their words, trying to find your footing in a storm of someone else's making. Toxic people don't just wound, they isolate. Their criticism, their manipulation, their chows, it's designed to make you doubt, to pull you into a corner where their voice is the only one you hear. You question yourself, your worth, your choices, and you face it alone, thinking solitude is strength. But it's not. It's a trap, leaving you vulnerable, unmoored, lost in their narrative. Without a lifeline, the cost is a silent drift. Their words don't just hurt, they disconnect. You withdraw, avoid, build walls, thinking you're protecting yourself, but you're not. You're starving. Your perspective narrows. Your clarity fades. Your strength wanes. Under the weight of their poison, you're not just alone. You're adrift, cut off from the voices that could ground you. Every time you face their chows solo, you lose a piece of your anchor. You're not growing. You're sinking. Seneca said, Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Wise counsel is your compass, not their verdict. It's the voice that sees what you can't, that pulls you back to your truth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "We are born for cooperation, as are the feet, the hands, the eyes. You're not meant to carry their weight alone." A mentor, a friend, a therapist, someone who's walked the path, can cut through their fog, showing you the ground beneath your feet. When their words hit, feel the doubt, the urge to retreat. Don't. Breathe. Slow. Like you're drawing in the light of a new day. Reach out. Call that friend who listens, not judges. Book that session with a counselor who sees your strength. Ask, am I seeing this clearly? Their perspective is a mirror, not a command. Write down their advice. He said, "I'm enough as I am." This isn't about leaning on others. It's about strengthening your core. A single wise voice outweighs 1,000 loud ones. It's a rainy night. The street outside your window slick and gleaming. Your phone sits silent. But your sister's words from yesterday claw at you. You're so selfish. Always putting yourself first. The accusation burns. Raw, unrelenting. You pace the room, mind churning, trying to shake the guilt, the shame. Are you the problem? You want to fix it. To call her, to prove her wrong. But you're alone with her voice. And it's deafening. You've been here, haven't you? Trapped in their judgment, drowning in their words, fighting a battle with no one to steady your hand. Toxic people don't just attack. They strand you. Their guilt trips, their barbs, their KOS. They push you into a corner where doubt grows like weeds, and you face it solo, thinking you should be strong enough. But strength isn't isolation. It's a lie they want you to believe, keeping you cut off, vulnerable, lost in their storm, without a guide. You're not just hurt, you're alone, and that's where they thrive. The cost is a creeping void. Their words don't just wound, they sever. You pull back, hide, shut out the world, thinking it's safer, but it's not. You're starving for clarity, for perspective, for a voice that isn't theirs. Your confidence fades, your purpose blurs, your days feel heavier, like you're carrying a weight no one sees. You're not just struggling, you're disconnected, adrift in their narrative, with no one to pull you back. Every time you face their poison alone, you lose a piece of your ground. You're not standing, you're sinking. Epictetus said, "No man is an island, but a part of the whole." Wise counsel is your lifeline, not their approval. It's the voice that cuts through their fog, reminding you who you are. Seneca taught us, the mind needs to be reminded often of what it already knows. A trusted friend, a mentor, a therapist. They see the path when you can't, offering a mirror that reflects your strength, not their lies. Their words are a beacon, not a chain. When their judgment strikes, feel the weight, the urge to retreat. Stop, breathe, deep, like you're pulling in the quiet of a forest. Reach out, text that friend who gets it, who sees you. Sit with a coach who challenges your doubts. Ask, is this how it looks to you? Their answer is a light, not a law. Jot it down. She said, I'm not selfish, I'm protecting my peace. This isn't about dependence. It's about anchoring your truth. Wisdom shared is a shield no venom can pierce. Lesson 11. Refuse their drama. The restaurant buzzes, plates clinking, voices overlapping. Your coworker's tone shifts, eyes narrowing. You didn't back me up in that meeting. I thought we were a team. The words drip with accusation, a spark ready to ignite. Your pulse quickens, the urge to explain, to argue, rising fast. You feel the pull, their anger tugging you toward a fight you don't want. You've been here, haven't you? Standing at the edge of their chaos, one step from diving in, knowing it'll cost you more than you can spare. Toxic people don't just provoke, they feed on drama. They craft scenes, arguments, guilt trips, betrayals, designed to drag you in. A sharp comment, a loaded question, a silence that screams blame. They want you to engage, to shout, to spiral, because your reaction is their fuel. You take the bait, and suddenly you're not in control. You're in their play, acting out a script they wrote. The cost is a relentless storm. Their drama doesn't just unsettle, it consumes. Your mind churns, replaying the clash, bracing for the next. Your energy drains, your focus shatters, your days blur into their chaos. You're not just fighting, you're drowning, caught in a current you didn't choose. Every time you step into their scene, you lose a piece of your peace. You're not living, you're performing for their stage. Marcus Aurelius said, "You can discard most of the junk that clutters your mind, things that exist only there, and clear out space for yourself. Their drama is that junk, not your truth. Refusing it is your power." Epictetus taught us, there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Their chaos is not your burden. Walk away, not to flee, but to stand. Picture their words as a fire. You don't need to touch. Let it burn itself out. When their drama flares, feel the heat, the pull to jump in. Stop, breathe, slow, like you're grounding yourself in iron. Step back, physically, if you can. Say, "I'm not doing this right now." No anger, no justification, just truth. If they push, repeat it. Steady. We'll talk when things are calm. Visualize their showers as a storm cloud, passing over your mountain. Walk away, head high. Feel them. This isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about owning your calm. Drama dies when you don't feed it. The city sleeps. A single street lamp humming outside your window. Its faint glow cuts through the dark. Steady, unyielding. You sit alone. The weight of the day settling like dust. Their words, their jabs, their chaos, they linger, don't they? But tonight, something feels different. Lighter, like a chain you didn't know you carried, has loosened just a little. You breathe, slow. The air feels clearer, as if you've stepped out of their storm and into your own quiet. You've been here before, caught in their traps, their guilt, their drama, but now you see it. Their poison doesn't have to be yours. You've walked through their fire, not to fight, but to stand, unshaken. Their voices, once loud, now fade, like distant thunder. You're not running anymore. You're rooted, a stone in their rushing river, untouched by their current. What would it feel like to live this way always? To let their words fall, weightless, like leaves on a stream? To hold your ground, not with anger, but with calm? The question hangs, soft, not judging, but clear. It's not about them. It's about you, who you choose to be. When their chaos comes, the lamp outside flickers, but its light holds. So does yours. You don't need to shout, to prove, to win. You just need to be steady, whole. If you need a place to return to, a moment to anchor you, we're here. Not speaking, just here,